Brother Rezzy, man, it's really good to have you on the show, man. How are you doing tonight, my brother?
Doing pretty good, Josh. Can't complain. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Just been working, grinding, but just that's the key. Gotta keep working and grinding. Uh,
Absolutely.
Brother Rezzy, man, let me talk to you a bit about the Snyder Cut. Now, you and I have had discussions about it, man. I appreciate you supporting me, supporting the movement, supporting Zack Snyder, the director, and everything.
Absolutely. Mhm.
What would you say the whole movement is as of right now? Would you say it's in a good place, or would you say that there's still work to be done?
I think both. I think, but leaning more towards that it's in a good place. I mean, I feel like with anything that you can always improve something. I feel like you can't really perfect anything. But I really think that we're in a good place right now. Like what with Jason Momoa having that meeting with the Warner Brothers executives and Eli Snyder replying to that guy, what he said on behalf of the whole Snyder Cut movement of, we really want to see your father's vision, and, we were wondering if, there were talks about anything, and him responding like, yeah, just you wait, like, things are coming. And the fact that Zack Snyder liked that post on Vero, that only solidifies that stuff is really common.
Right.
I think that if the whole release the Snyder Cut thing, if we really get that trending on all the social medias on March 1st, his birthday, I think that will propel us even further.
Right. Okay. Now let me talk to you a bit, Brother Rezzy. Now you talked about you mentioned Jason Momoa. Man, it's an amazing thing just seeing where Aquaman and Jason Momoa have just came out of nowhere and just defied the world's expectations, man, becoming the highest grossing DC film. James Wan directing it and everything. What is your thought on Aquaman, and also I want to talk to you about I'm sure you saw today that the sequel will be releasing in 2022.
I did. I think we have a date on that, actually.
Yeah, I think it's December 16th, if I remember.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yep.
What's your take on all of Jason's success and him being one of the contributors to the Snyder Cut movement as well, by his infamous fuck yeah, I want to see it, back in I think it was November or something like that. And what's your thought on all this, man?
I just think I'm really, not just as a fan, but as a human being, I'm really happy for Jason, because he did some really cool stuff on Game of Thrones. I haven't watched that show, but I know that I believe he was on that show, and he did some really cool stuff. But like, he hasn't really like broken out as an actor yet, and he's got a lot of charisma, and he's got a lot of talent, and I feel like he's somebody to put on that kind of pedestal, and I think Aquaman really did that for him, and it was just a very out of left field project in general. Like, even I was like, I don't know, Aquaman, you're gonna do a movie on Aquaman, like, is it gonna take, majority underwater, like, how are they gonna do those effects and all that? And James Wan, he's really good at that horror stuff, which I don't do. He does a lot of demon movies. I don't do demon movies, man.
Really?
I'm Catholic. But,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But, so it's like, I don't know about this director. I mean, he did Fast 7, and that was good. But, like, hero movie is different than an action movie.
Right.
So, and it just, everything just meshed well, and it just really worked. And now that that has happened, now that he's become a mainstay, a staple, and one of the faces of the DCEU proper now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with him being such a vocal advocate for the Snyder Cut, I think that only helps us.
Right.
Because if you make $1 billion movie, like, people are going to listen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They will. They absolutely will. They're going to want to capitalize off of you as much as possible. Because you're doing something right. So, yeah. That's what I think about that. But
Okay. Now let me ask you this, Brother Rezzy. Now, with Aquaman's success and with what we initially knew to be Shazam, Wonder Woman 84, and Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie, we also learned that Birds of Prey, the Batman, and the Suicide Squad, and now Aquaman 2 are also going to be a thing.
Trench as well, I think.
What's that?
The Trench as well.
Oh yeah, the Trench spinoff as well, definitely. Mm-hmm. Now, we talk. Needless to say, we talk a lot about Man of Steel and BVS, rightfully so. There's been this discussion in the fan base of, you know, whether or not them seemingly putting Superman, aka obviously Henry Cavill, on the back burner for right now in favor of these films being an okay thing, and then there's the side that says, fuck it, I'm done with the DCEU. Or and you also see the side of if the DCEU is headed in this direction, I don't know if I can continue. What's your thought on all that as well, Brother Rezzy?
That's such a tough question, because this is, wow, okay.
I'm sorry.
I had a feeling you were gonna, no, this is completely fine, but, like, I had a feeling you were gonna ask me this, and, I see both sides. As much as I love Cavill, portrayal, everything that he stands for, this new Superman and what he stands for, like, really being hope, as, in my opinion, I believe Reeves was, like, optimism, you know, in the face of despair. But, like, real hope, I believe, is Cavill, being able to look at a situation and be like, this is bad, but I'm going to do everything that I possibly can, you know, to alleviate said situation. I feel like that's what hope is, right?
Right.
You know, optimism is kind of, you know, smiling in the face of, you know, in the face of despair, being like, things are going to be okay, right? Like, but I think we need hope more nowadays than we need, you know, a symbol of optimism. But in regards to the way that DC has decided to put Cavill on the back burner, I feel like, I don't know, I get both sides, because I love him. I think he's great. He's able to really bring out those emotions in the character. People say Superman is really stale and really kind of one note, you know, but I don't feel that way about Cavill Superman. But the DC pushing all these other movies, I understand that too, and I don't think I mind it, because we learned that in Justice League 2, Batman was gonna kick the bucket, right? And I honestly don't really have a problem with that, because you can do Justice League without Batman. It was, I believe, 10 years, because Justice League formed without Batman, right? That's why in the Lego Batman movie they have that joke that they're having the annual Justice League party at the Fortress of Solitude, and Batman wasn't invited because he wasn't an original League member, right? So the League without Batman is doable. People are very up in arms about that. But all these other movies like Birds of Prey and Suicide Squad 2 with a whole new roster, and I think why not? You know?
Okay.
Shazam 2, Shazam will really resonate with people. Zachary Levi said that, like, Shazam is one of the only superheroes that's, like, stoked to be a superhero, and I agree with him, and I think I think especially a lot of kids will really like that character because he's a kid. But yeah, I don't mind the fact that they're like putting Justice League related characters on the back burner. They can flesh out their world if they want to or have to, but I don't think they should completely neglect the League. I think eventually we need to get back in gear with that whole Snyder plan and that. You know what I mean?
True.
And I feel like we'll be even more inclined to feel, like, oh, wow, like, what a loss when Darkseid takes over, everything. If they stick to his plan, right, and we have all this fleshing out of the universe, we'll be like, damn, everybody's, like, really dead.
Yeah.
Walking out of that theater. You know what I mean? Because, like, Thanos did, like, half the universe, but, like, Darkseid's gonna kill everything, Darkseid don't care. Like, Darkseid's gonna fuck up everybody. And, like, yeah, with the whole third movie opening with, like, the nightmare and all that, I feel like the world is that much more fleshed out. The general audience will care a lot more. You know what I mean?
Right. So,
I don't have a huge problem with it.
Okay. Now, in regards,
I don't know how you feel.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really still not even over the fact that Ben Affleck is not gonna continue as Bruce Wayne or Batman. But
dude, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, and it hurts. The night I read it, I was like, what in the actual hell is going on? And I was really hurt because his performance meant the world to me, and that's something Zack does with these characters. As I've said many times before, he makes the characters matter to you. They mean something to you beyond just them being superheroes, beyond them having old flashy cool scenes or quick quips or whatever you want to call it. They matter and they feel human. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we could find a piece of ourselves in all of them. You know what I mean? Whether it's Batman, whether it's Superman, whether it's even Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that DC has to explore other properties, but at the end of the day, I hope they don't forget how this universe started in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And I know people want to say, "Oh, well, I didn't like it," but everybody ain't you. Simply put. Now, let me ask you this, Rezzy. Now, in regards to the Snyder Cut, and knowing the 5-film plan, I talked a lot about this in the past. What is the one scene you are most, or the one part of the plan that you are most eager to see?
This is another tough one because I really want to see the Snyder Cut.
Right.
I mean, as does everyone, because walking out of that theater, as hyped as I was, just like, wow, that was awesome. First time the League was, like, ever on, like, the really big screen. You know what I mean? Like, IMAX, like, all decked out. Like, that was awesome. And the more and more I dwelled on it, I was like, that wasn't the League. That wasn't no Justice League. That was, I don't know what that was. That was Super Friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't no Justice League, right?
Right.
It was a parody. But I'm really eager to see the Snyder Cut. I feel like everyone is. But I think what's gonna make it or break it for me is just Snyder's the one who's attached to the project, right? Like, I feel like it's got to be Snyder in the director's chair. Not because, like, Snyder or nothing, but with his vision,
right?
He knows how to take care of his child properly, right? It's his, right? That's not for any other director or studio or whatever. Like, he's the mastermind, right? So he should be able to do as he sees fit. I'd be really interested to see the second part. handle going, full cosmic. Because I personally haven't seen all his movies. I don't think he's done, like, an entire movie, like, based in space on an alien planet. Like, we saw a little bit of Krypton, right, in Man of Steel.
Right.
Obviously, that's an alien planet.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a little bit of Mars and Watchmen, right? I don't know if Sucker Punch, that by any means is alien.
No,
or
not
anything
really.
like that. Like, okay. So, like, I haven't seen all of his movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we've ever seen Snyder go full cosmic, which is what this movie was going to be. And I wonder what the budget was going to be for that, too. And, wow, Ray Fisher doing the rock climbing with the bell cannot be unrun.
Yes.
I remember seeing earlier, he posted something that said Snyder had shot enough to film 2 movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he went behind the back of the studio or something. By no means am I starting to, like, I'm going like full fanboy right now, right? If the Snyder Cut came with like another disc, right? And that just so happened to be like part 2, like we get the death of Batman, and I'd be completely fine with Ben Affleck walking away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we'd have the complete arc. We'd have his whole rebirth, right? Rebirth, and then, death. But it wouldn't, it'd be sad, but it'd be like, it'd feel earned. You know what I mean? Like, Superman's death felt earned.
Right.
If you paid attention to Man of Steel and all the themes of BVS, like, that was a death that felt earned. And you can do it in 2 movies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do 20 movies to earn a death. You know what I mean? If the character is that strong, right, then you can absolutely do it. And I think that, not to be punny or anything, but I think Batman deserves, he deserves his justice in that. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Now, Rezzy, let me talk to you a little bit about Man of Steel and BVS and Wonder Woman. Now, one of the things I appreciate about all 3 of those especially is that they all feel contained in what Zack was trying to accomplish with this universe, if that makes sense. Now,
absolutely.
When you look at that and you look at Justice League, well, we're not even gonna call it that because it's not out yet.
Justice League.
Exactly. Again, you see, I'm sure you've seen these share of individuals that say things like, "Oh, it's still Zack's movie. Oh, it's still his movie," and bruh, like, there's no way. We've seen enough of Zack's films to know that half of the shit that was in that thing, he would not let fly whatsoever.
No.
I mean,
oh my God, absolutely not.
What would you say to those individuals who seemingly still hold the notion that that movie is through and through still Zack's film?
I mean, I feel like, okay, when it says directed by Zack Snyder with the whole Superman flag going over, I believe that's upside down. I'm not sure. It looks familiar, so I think that's where that is. But it says directed by Zack Snyder, like in the corner. That's the lie of the century right there.
Yeah.
Because, like, you have recycled Whedon jokes.
Yep.
Flash laying on the chest of Wonder Woman, right?
Yep.
You have humor that's very out of place, right? Like, what I appreciate about the DC movies is that, not to say that the MCU doesn't have stakes, but the heroes act like they had, like there are stakes. You know what I mean? Like in Age of Ultron, right? Tony's like, oh, I created this thing. I really fucked this up. Avengers assemble. Let's clean up my mess, right? It's like millions of people die, and they're like, oh, that's all right. It's cool. We got a pass because we're the Avengers. We're great. We're the good guys, right? And the DC heroes are a little more self-aware in that. You know what I mean? Especially for a character like Superman,
Mm-hmm.
you know, who has like legitimate protesters in BVS and people calling him a demon and, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But to answer your question about the people who say that's Zack's movie, I think that they need to do their homework just a little bit and watch any Zack Snyder movie. Even, oh my gosh, what was that owl one, the animated one that he made for his daughter?
Guardians of Gahul?
Gahul or something?
Yeah.
Even that, like, the score, the cinematography, the scenes, just the... Like, there were some parts of that movie that were, like, really dark. I was 10 when that came out. Like, I got scared in the theater. A bunch of owls, right? Like, I'm not even kidding. But there were some parts, like, even at 10 years old, I realized, like, wow, that's, like, really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's none of that in Justice League.
Exactly.
Like, it's... The soul... Like, you can tell that, like, there's, like, a few... There's, like, a skeleton. If you remember in Watchmen when Dr. Manhattan's trying to rebuild himself for the first time, and he's got the skeleton, and then he's got, like, the muscle structure before he reveals himself, right? Like, Justice League is, like, the skeleton of Dr. Manhattan in that regard. Like, there's... You can tell, like this should be Snyder, but it's just not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there are enough shots and enough pans, but like the lighting's completely off. The heroes don't look as fit as they should. The cinematography is a little wonky. The CGI is a mess. Like, and a lot of that isn't Snyder. So I think those people that are saying that it is need to rewatch any of his movies.
Yeah. Okay, Rizzy, man, I really appreciate you collaborating with me on this, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
No
Always
problem.
a pleasure.
No problem, man. Now let me ask you these final two questions.
Yeah.
What do you think you would say to people who are just ready to give up or throw in the towel, so to speak, or say, I don't care anymore, I'm moving on? What would you say to those individuals who previously supported it but have just given up, seemingly?
I think that we need all the help that we can get, because I know we're not the majority. We actually, I don't know. We may be, but a lot of us are silent about it because we're afraid to not be a part of the norm.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like people, us as, you know, DC Snyder fans, or just DC fans in general, right? It's like, oh, you like DC movies? Like, what taste do you have? Like, you have no taste. I just got out of high school, so I know all about this kind of stuff. So I try to explain myself and be like, well, you know, there's all these really beautiful things in it, you know, in these movies, and they're very much grounded thematically in reality, and you know, some of it's really beautiful and some of it's really dark and sad, but you know, all of these things are the world.
Right.
The MCU, I just don't get that.
Right.
Like I don't feel things when it comes to that kind of thing. Like, good art should make you feel something. Positive, negative, doesn't matter. But it should make you feel something. And that's what a lot of these films do for me. They make me feel something. And those people who are giving up, I think that we can't do that just yet. I feel like if Cavill goes, and if people, like, if the league goes, then I feel like that's the time to be like, all right, DC either needs to reboot or just not make movies for the next decade or so, right? Like, that, like, if the league is gone, then, like, I understand that, but, like, everybody's still here for Batfleck, and Batfleck was on his way out this year, according to the original plan anyway, right? So, I don't think it's fair Snyder or Warner Brothers or any of that. Just be like, you know, if Soups and, you know, Snyder and, you know, Batfleck are all gone, then, you know, we should just give up. You know what I mean? Like, the world was more than them. You know what I mean? They helped lay the foundation for the world, and I understand that, but there's more to this world, and I feel like there's more stories to be told, so I think people should hold their horses on that.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Brother Rezi, and then, you know, we're gonna end it here for right now.
Yeah.
How would you explain to someone that maybe just doesn't get it? I'm sure you've seen the BVS, and you saw in the end where it says, if you seek his monument, look around you, after the tragic and beautifully shot and
beautifully scored
death of Superman. How would you explain that to an individual who says Superman's death made no sense, or Superman dying served no purpose? How would you tie those in your opinion, and explain that to a person that's willing to listen?
What's hard about that question is that there's so many people who are not willing to listen. But let's say on a rare case, you find someone who's genuinely interested and wants to hear the other side of that. It's like, I really don't get this. Like, you know, could you help me out a little bit? Right? You know, and I'd sit them down. I'd say sure, and I'd go back into Man of Steel, and I'd talk about the thematics of that movie.
Okay.
Right? Like being an alien, not fitting in with people, you know, feeling alone, not feeling wanted or loved or any of that. And a lot of people feel that growing up. But, you know, he's a special case because he really isn't like anyone else on the planet. And he's grown up with these morals, right? He develops this amazing heart and soul and moral compass. And it takes him until he's 33 years old, you know, and that's biblical. That's,
Jesus.
That's, yeah. But, it takes him until he's 33 years old to really figure out who he is and embrace himself and try to do good by people. And at the end of Man of Steel, he has to make a decision, break Krypton over Earth, and he chooses Earth, but that doesn't mean that he still doesn't care about Krypton, right?
Right.
Moving along to BVS, he's got this guy, he's got two guys who are completely fucking out of their mind. One guy who's got an ego masculinity problem, and another guy, they actually both have ego masculinity problems. You see, I'm learning talking about it.
Yeah.
Right? Because Lex's daddy used to beat on him. Right? So he wants to assert his dominance over God. And that's what he does when he naps Martha, right? That whole Martha moment, that's just them realizing that they're on the same side. They want the same thing. Bruce has just been, you know, just not well. But even before that, the people protesting him, and he's just out here trying to do the right thing. He's trying to be Reeve Superman, but the world is telling him no, that's impossible. And he doesn't feel that great about it. That's why he's a little melancholy sometimes. You know, even slightly depressed, even. You know, unsure of himself. And I feel like, you know,
that's real.
And he has human emotions. It doesn't matter that he's an alien. His emotions are that of a human being. So I feel like if you put anybody in that circumstance of just trying to do the right thing all of the time, right? Not looking for glory, fame, or, you know, or any of that, but just, I can do these things. I'm going to try to do them to the best of my ability because I have said abilities, right? And then, right, you know, if this person is familiar with the Bible, I tell him that Jesus did a similar thing when people told you know, Pontius Pilate to crucify him.
Right.
Right? And they said, give us Barabbas. Give us this rapist, pedophile, piece of shit human being,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and crucify the savior of the world, right?
Yep.
Like that's unbelievably fucked that, you know, human beings would even, you know, fathom to do something like that. And that's what Doomsday represents. He represents the amalgamation of all the hate, lust, like all the seven deadlies, like just everything that's wrong with the planet, right? This like killing demon machine.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it takes some unlikely allies to go get it done, but that's the way to Superman sacrifice, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did it not because, you know, yay me, or not because, well, I'm already depressed, I might as well just do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I might as well just end it.
Mm-hmm.
No, he did it because he loves people. He did it because that's what he wanted to put into the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gandhi says, like, be the change you want to see in the world. That's exactly what he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, it cost him his life.
Yeah.
And that whole Seek His Monument, look around you,
Mm-hmm.
that could not be more Superman. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Every time that come on, I tear up. I do.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and it's absolutely the truth. Because that is his monument. He tries, every day he goes out and he tries to help as many people as he can, right? So yes, that's exactly what we are. We are his monument, right? A testament to his greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're supposed to push that forward. So yes, that's what I would tell that person. If they asked me if they were confused about Superman stuff.
You just said a mouthful. Hashtag.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. Hashtag release
Alright.
the Snyder Cut, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, lads, lassies, senoras, hombres, my Italian brothers. You are now tuned in with the greatest of the greatest, the best of the best. And that is myself, the one and only myself. And on the line with me, I have a very exceptional gentleman himself and a good brother of mine. And his name is Brother Cap Ramsey. Cap, how are you tonight, my brother?
Yo, I'm good. Yourself, how are you?
I can't complain, man. I can't complain. Listen, man, we're gonna get into some fire talks tonight, and you already know what it is. You one of the main people I can depend on to expertly talk about this subject, man. And that is, of course, none other than the Snyder Cut. Now,
Yes.
now, these past few weeks, man, a lot has changed. I first want to salute you, brother, for being one of the people to not fold and not give up and not change their view on it, because I've seen so many people that have even come to my channel and say and just sort of had this shift in shift in what they believe, and you know, people change opinions all the time, but you know, we know it's there. We know the Snyder Cut exists. We know that it's a real thing. First of all, Cap, what's your response to those individuals who have, you know, kind of just said, oh, forget about it, or oh, I changed my mind?
Well, your will, your drive isn't strong enough.
Mm.
You have to be willing to go the distance,
Get 'em.
to fight for what you want, to fight what God, you know. No, you have to go the distance and fight for what you want, and fight what you deserve, and fight for justice.
Mm-hmm.
We know Zack knew it wasn't gonna be. Zack knew it wasn't gonna be an easy one and done. This was gonna take time.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, time's on our side. So I would say
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, Cal, let me ask you this, man. Now we really don't deserve the actors that and actresses that Zach casted. Ray Fisher, uh, Gal Gadot,
Haters
Jason.
don't deserve it.
Yeah, haters, exactly. Haters don't deserve it. Jason Momoa, Henry Cavill, and the
Yep.
list goes on and on. Um,
Exactly.
what is your thoughts on when you see a guy like Ray, continuously through and through, just going in, going, yeah, I'm with this through and through. What are your thoughts on when you see guys like him continuing to support it? And I'm not, to clarify for the listeners, I'm not saying, oh, Ray's doing it, but nobody else is doing it. I'm not saying that. I'm just taking notice of something. What are your thoughts on Ray Fisher, brother?
He's amazing. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He knew what Zach was trying to do. He knew what story Zach wanted to tell. He believed in the vision, and he still does. Ray is he is literally one of us. The fan, a nerd at heart.
Right.
He delves in the material. So he wants this. He wants, like everyone does, wants a chance to shine.
Mm-hmm.
Show his true potential. And cause like Zach said, Ray, or Victor Stone / Cyborg,
Mm-hmm.
is going to be the heart of the film,
Mm-hmm.
the heart of Justice League, until the abomination happened.
Right.
But you can tell from trailers like trailer 1, 2, and 3, you can tell of Ray's performance. It's more stoic. It's Ray. It's all in the face. It's all nuance. He has with Ray being this cybernetic alien machine hybrid. He has a fine line between human and machine. As cliche as it sounds, but it's true. Like, he has a presence that's not entirely there, but is very present. So so through his nuance in his facial expressions, you can tell the internal struggle. We're dealing with these newfound gifts, this newfound power in this paradigm. And also what Ray said was that was going to make Cyborg the most advanced, the most powerful, not even to exist within the DC comics or DC films.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to evolve, and with his newfound power, it's a very tricky, a very finite line between what's left of my humanity. Like, how do I deal with this situation? And Victor, just like Arthur, is very reluctant to oblige, to be into that superhero lifestyle, because he wants a part of it. He wants to just be normal again,
Mm-hmm.
or will be called normal. So that's also relatable. And then with his father Silas, he tries to fix him. He wants what's best for Victor, but it's hard because it's hard dealing with Star Labs, dealing with Victor's newfound gifts, and that's where the trouble comes in, because on one hand, Silas is so focused
shot with, Ray, Victor playing football and his mom cheering him on in the stands. I really want to see that. That's a good
one. You can tell that was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You see Victor scoring the touchdown for Covington University.
Mm-hmm.
You see the mother, Mrs. Stone, just in the crowd,
Mm-hmm.
just with tears of excitement and joy and love, and so there's a moment when he looks back, smile with his mom, but then then there's a moment where he acknowledges that the child isn't there, that there's someone missing. So like I said, it's all about nuance. It's all about emoting emotions, and that's a way effectively.
Absolutely. Let me talk to you about two specific individuals. I'll start with due to the era that we live in. I'll start with the ladies first, no pun intended.
Of course.
Gal Gadot. Now, when Wonder Woman was initially announced, of course, everybody online said, "Oh, pick this person. Oh, pick this person."
Oh, and then the stupid sexist working comments.
Yeah.
Oh, she had no rules.
Yeah.
Where's her butt at? I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, and Cap, I'm gonna be real with you for a minute, bro. When I first heard that Gal was cast, I was like, I don't know. What?
No, actually, I same thing. I was confused, but yeah, I was just, so I was having too. I'm like, yeah, but nah.
Yeah. And honestly, bro, I was like, I don't know. And then I saw her, she was in the gym. I was like, okay, she's packing on some muscle. Then came BVS, and I was like, holy shit.
Her entrance
Yes.
was holy shit. I agree. Applause every time every time she ate that man from Doomsday's Heat Blast. When she does her bracelet deflection, every time she applause. And then her theme kicks in. Oh my god. That theme gets me in every time I hear it.
Yes.
Oh man. Zimmer and Junkie and also Tina Gould, they did an amazing job for her theme.
Yeah.
Zack, basically, Zack made these characters badass. Like in comics, he made these badass. Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash, Batman, Superman, Aquaman, all badass for Zack.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Gal Gadot is a badass.
She is. Let me ask you this, Cap. When you look at the skepticism that was initially cast about with her casting to where Wonder Woman is now, what's your take on it? I mean, Wonder Woman grossed nearly $1 billion. Shout out to Patty Jenkins as well. She was loved in BVS Ultimate. Excuse me, I keep saying Ultimate Edition because to me that's the true movie. But BVS, she was loved in that movie. What's your take on all this, man? It's really like one of those success stories that you hear about, but often doesn't get talked about enough. What's your thought on this, man?
She is amazing. I can only picture her as Diana now, because she owned the role. She is Princess Diana. She is Wonder Woman, and I can came over because her solo film was badass. It was amazing. It was very emotional. And just awesome. I'm happy. I'm very happy that she is a Wonder Woman, and it's empowering. It's inspiring. She's amazing. She nailed the role.
Facts.
She's awesome. I love Gal Gadot.
Same.
I love the cast. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Cap, I want to talk finally about well, not finally, but in terms of the two, I want to talk about Henry Cavill. Now, when I first saw Man of Steel, man, I really enjoyed his performance. I was really shocked that there was so much bitching and craziness online talking about, oh, that's not my Superman. Oh, I wrote Superman and I didn't write him that way. And you know, we don't know, his status is still up in the air as of right now. There's been a lot of different rumblings. People keep mentioning Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to him, but I want to see Henry continue to play Superman.
Hell yeah.
At this point, Cap, with all that we know and all the world knows and all that is coming,
Yeah.
what is your thought on a potential sequel to BVS with Superman? I won't say Man of Steel 2 because technically BVS is Man of Steel 2. Shout out to Young Rizzy. What's your thoughts on a Man of Steel sequel at this point? Another Man of Steel sequel?
I'm down. I'm down. I'm there instantly. And with Zack as a director again, hell yes.
Same. Okay.
And also, and also Henry as Superman. No, double yes. I'm down. I'm seeing it at least 5, 6 times. My friends will be seeing it. Mom will be seeing it. So this will make a lot of money because we're hungry for Henry. We're thirsty for Henry.
Yeah.
As Kal-El.
Yeah.
So my money is sweating.
WB. Hello.
Exactly. Like, hi. My money is waiting on you. So get to it, please. Because man. Oh, trust me, when it comes, I'll be fucking excited. I'm wearing my Kryptonian garb to the movie theaters. Yep, that's right. I'll be dressed as Superman in cinemas. So I'm pumped. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, Cap, let me ask you this. Now, unfortunately, as I've mentioned in videos I've made basically last year, common sense, this is common sense. We both know there's a joy to the internet, there's a negative side to the internet. And I've read a lot of different articles on Man of Steel. For example, I'm eventually going to link one of the ones that really moved me with what this young lady had to say about the impact that Man of Steel had on her. What is the singular reason you feel that people seemingly have a problem with Zack Snyder, of all people's, take on Superman? Because at this point, I talked to you about this a little earlier, I feel like a lot of these people's moms, hey, Cap. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these people's moms, these individuals' moms or wives, respective wives, may have said that, damn, Zack is a very good-looking man. And at this point, I feel like these guys are just taking it the wrong way and just get online and just get crazy, because you and I see this craziness online, and it's just inhumane at some points, bro. And you don't see it with any other director, and I just don't get it. And Zack is the humblest dude. He does not say anything. He does not get crazy. I follow a lot of directors on social media. Zack is one of the nicest dudes. Everybody that's worked with him has said he's the nicest dude, and you can just tell he's a genuine guy. What? Why do you think? Yeah. Why do you think people just want to attack him and his fan base so viciously?
Funny how his haters seem to be the most inhumane, as you put it. Or let's see. Let's take that account, shall we? Some sexual offenders, perverts. Let's see. Just nobody pieces of shit. Dumbasses. What else? Pink haired, purple haired.
Social justice warriors.
Basically, yeah, exactly. Basically, rainbow colored freaks. And, and fake feminists, boy, wow, we have a lot of issues out there. Yeah, funny outsiders, are just nobodies.
Yeah.
They're just vampiric nobodies. And disgusting. They're inhumane. You put it perfectly. And Zack's films, his art, him as a person and his family, they're the most human people. They're the most human films out of all cinema.
I agree. And one of my commentators put it really brilliantly, similar to how you do it. A lot of what Zack puts in his films, and you even touched on this in so many words, a lot of what Zack puts in his films, not just his superhero films, challenges what we consider to be the status quo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But moving on, Cap, let me ask you this. Now, again, like I said about the internet, there's the pro and the con. What would you say to a young person or individual who may be listening, saying to themselves, I just want to give up. I don't think it's coming. I don't believe it anymore. Oh, so-and-so on Twitter said this, so I'm going to believe them. Bruh, we know it. It's coming. It exists. It's known worldwide. And the movement, yeah, and the movement has lasted too long, and for there not to be a cut coming, and all that has been hinted to and said, we know it. What would you say to that person that has skepticism or doubt at this point?
Don't believe. Believe you, us, united. We have the strength. We have the power. We can get this shit. We can get stuff done. We fight. We fight. And we made this far. We've dealt with hit after hit, blow after blow. And we're still standing.
Facts.
So, don't ever move yourself. Don't give up. Quote Lewis, she put it very nicely and awesome. And, they are among us. And the world is going dark, but we have to, God, I messed it up. Just know, hope never dies. Is the main thing. Don't give up.
Facts.
Just keep the fight. Just keep the hope. Yeah.
Okay. Once again, Cap, we're gonna keep on killing this shit until we see it.